What's up, guys? Jake around and welcome back at you another video. And today we're back and we're doing our power rankings. I've not done these in a while, so that's why I completely reset them. I honestly don't love what I did with the power rankings this week. Probably will do some before the season as well, but maybe like post like pre-training camp or something. I don't know, but let's hop into this. And what I was trying to say was I took away the previous ranking because I haven't done these in so long that it's so outdated that it would just not make any sense. So we're just gonna restart. At 32, we got the Falcons. Yeah, they're probably the worst team in the NFL right now. Their defense has been atrocious, like, forever, it seems. And then you just take away Matt Ryan. I don't think the offense will be able to accomplish much. Yes, you do have Kyle Pitts and Drake London. Those two will not be guardable, but yeah, I expect the Falcons to have the first pick next April. At 31, we have the Seahawks. You lose your best player in Russell Wilson. Didn't entirely love the Seahawks draft as well. But you still have a lot of offensive skill position players that could definitely carry you to a few victories. But Drew Lock could not do anything with the Broncos offense. I don't think he'll be able to do anything with Seahawks offense either. At 30, we got the Texans. They're still really bad, but they're getting there. They had a pretty good draft where they just took best player available at every spot, and it's probably going to pay out for them in the long run. 29, we got the Jags. They were the worst team the past 2 seasons. Things are trending upward. They got a new coaching staff and lots of new players. The Jags had a pretty good draft, all things considered. Just maybe signing Christian Kirk was not the best idea. 28, we got the Giants. I think the Giants have a team in place where they can win, a coaching staff in place where they can win. The only issue is their quarterback and Daniel Jones. I think they will be looking for one next April, and then after that, they'll be good to go. They just need to clear up some cap issues. 27, we got the Lions. I think the Lions will be somewhat competitive this year. I think they honestly have a pretty good team in place. Like, they got the culture there in Dan Campbell, and once Jared Goff leaves, they'll be free to go and do a lot of good things in the playoffs. I think the Lions are trending in the right direction. 26, we got the Washington football team. I like what they're doing here as well. Again, the only issue is their quarterback. And Carson Wentz, will he be able to carry this team to a few victories? I'm not sure. But the team's in place. The defense is definitely there. And then you went out and got John Dotson in the draft, another receiver to complement a scary offense. 25, we got the Bears. I don't really exactly love what the Bears are doing. Yeah, you did need help in the secondary, but you have to give Justin Fields some sort of somebody to throw the ball to. Darnell Mooney, love him. He's a great receiver, but you need more at receiver. The offensive line is still not good. The Bears are not doing what you should be doing. I should probably have them lower. This may come as a surprise to some people, having the Jets at 24, but I think they are right there. I feel like they have everything in place. You got a very skilled offense, and if you add Debo to that team, it is going to be unreal. I think you are building a pretty good O-line there, and they had the best draft out of anyone. And they got 3 of the top 8 players on the draft board. I like their D-line heading into this year. You get Carl Lawson back. You add Jermaine Johnson to that pass rush with John Franklin-Myers, Quinnen Williams, who, by the way, this is going to come as a surprise, but I did not get Quinnen Williams in Hardwell today. That was pretty sad. I just completely forgot about him for 2 seconds. So, yeah, that happened. Yeah. Jets at 24. Panthers at 23. This is going to come as another surprise. But I think the Panthers team is right there, man. They just need a quarterback. And I think if you give this team Jimmy Garoppolo, they are going to win games. Because Jimmy Garoppolo is a winner, and this team is good enough to win. They have the offense. They got Ike Ekwonu in the draft. You got 2 good tackles now. I think the Panthers are going to be very competitive if they can get a somewhat decent quarterback. 22, we got the Saints. They're trending downward, but the coaching staff is gone. That's the main reason I think the Saints will struggle this season. Just due to not having Sean Payton anymore. He was a very, very good coach. Top 5 coach in the league for sure for so long, and now he's just leaving. I think the Saints will have some growing pains. They'll probably win games, but I think there will be growing pains. 21, we got the Steelers. This might be Mike Tomlin's first ever losing season. You don't got Big Ben, and the team around Kenny Pickett is not good. You did get some receivers in the draft. So now I think you're kind of loaded at receiver with Claypool. George Pickens, I think, should get to play. Calvin Austin. And Deontay Johnson. I think you get 2 big guys in Pickens and Claypool. Put them on the outside. Put Deontay Johnson in the slot. And then the Steelers' receiving core looks very good. You have 2 massive guys at their receiver, I think, who will moss people. I wonder how the tackles will hold up. The D-line is thin. The secondary is very, very thin after losing Joe Hayden. The Steelers are definitely not looking upward right now. 20, we got the Vikings. They will definitely score some points this season. You just extended Kirk Cousins. I think the offense will be very good. It's just about will the defense hold up. I didn't love the Vikings draft just due to the trade they made with the Lions, but it's okay. 19, we got the Titans. This may come as a very big surprise, but I really don't think the Titans are going to be competitive this season. I don't love the O-line. I really don't love the receiving core. I don't think there's anyone that can take the top off of defense. I do think the offense will score points, but I think last season's defensive effort was a fluke. I think they will struggle again this season because I definitely don't love it. I think the Titans are in for a rough season, honestly. 18, we have the Cowboys. This may come as another surprise. They lost so much this offseason, and how talented the NFL is right now. I think the Cowboys will still make the playoffs, but how far will they go? They don't have a proven number 1 receiver yet. Zeke is collapsing, and the O-line is in, honestly, shambles right now. You have 2 guys that are good out there, Tyron Smith and Zach Martin. Other than that, you really don't have that much. And the defense is hit or miss. It was the best defense in the NFL last season, but it was a fluke, honestly. 17, we got the Eagles. Yes, I do have them ahead of the Cowboys now. As I think they had a phenomenal offseason. You get A.J. Brown, and that adds another element to your offense. I think that will take this offense to the next level. Like the O-line, they took Cam Jurgens in the second round. And I don't think their defense is too bad as well. They signed Hassan Reddick this offseason. The Eagles are definitely trending in the right direction. 16, we got the Cardinals. I really like... I don't know what the Cardinals are doing, actually. Because D-Hop's getting suspended. They just traded for Hollywood Brown for a first-round pick. Was a bit questionable, but is what it is, I guess. But their secondary, in my opinion, is still not very good. You lose Chandler Jones. I don't like the coaching staff. Kyler Murray situation is weird. Cardinals are definitely not looking up. 15, we got the Patriots. Last offseason, they went out and signed everybody. This offseason, they went back to their Patriot ways, which is fine, except every team in the AFC got better, and it seems like the Patriots got worse. had the worst draft and one of the worst free agencies. They barely signed anyone and had the worst draft, but I don't think it was even close. The Patriots are definitely not trending in the right direction. I should probably honestly have them lower. 14, we got the Dolphins. They were the opposite of the Patriots. They had a phenomenal offseason. Acquire a top 5 receiver in the league in Tyreek Hill for Tua to throw to. You just assemble the fastest receiving. You just assemble the Legion of Zoom, but in Miami with Waddle and Tyreek Hill. And I really don't think the Dolphins are too far away. It's a hit or miss. It's a make or break season for Tua. 13, we got the Colts. They went out and got Matt Ryan. I think he will be a serviceable quarterback for them and carry them to the playoffs. I really think that's all they need, just a serviceable quarterback. 12, we got the Raiders. They went out and got the best receiver in the league, Devontae Adams, signed Chandler Jones. Just will they make the playoffs in the best division in football? We'll wait and see. 11 is my favorite team, the Browns. When you look at their depth chart, it is a complete team. They really don't have that many holes, and I still think they're going to bring back Clowney, and that will help their pass rush. Jarvis Landry still remains unsigned. He could come back to the Browns. And then they would have a pretty good receiving core and a pretty good D-line. The two things that, in my opinion, they're lacking right now. And then they went out and traded for Deshaun Watson. All the potential in the world for the Browns this season. It's just a wait-and-see moment. Can't wait to be 6-11, bro. 10, we got the Niners. They're a very, very good team. Just the Debo situation, I don't know if they're handling it necessarily the best they can, but what am I supposed to know? Trey Lance will have the reins starting next season. Just got to find a trade partner for Jimmy G. 9, we got the Ravens. They're a very complete team. If they're not injured, they will make the playoffs, in my opinion, because they got such a complete team. But except for the receiving core, hopefully they get Debo, or else they're just like screwed at receiver. 8 is the Broncos. They made the biggest move of the offseason by trading for Russell Wilson. It's going to completely change this team. The team was already in place. You just needed a quarterback, and I think they got one. 7, we got the Chiefs. They're not trending in the right direction. They lost 2 of their best players in Tyreek Hill and Tyrann Mathieu, but they might have had a top 5 draft out of any team, and that will definitely help improve the team with Trent McDuffie patrolling secondary. 6, we got the Chargers. Probably the team had the best overall offseason, as they acquired Khalil Mack in a trade with the Bears. They signed J.C. Jackson. They extended Mike Williams earlier in the offseason. Went out and drafted Zion Nelson to give Herbert protection. I believe they also signed Sebastian Joseph Day. The Chargers are doing the right things. Yesterday they signed Kyle Van Noy. They are doing the right things to help build a defense that's always seemed to hurt them in clutch situations, but these are not going to be the same Chargers this season. 5, we got the Packers. They don't have anyone to throw the ball to, but people are saying that their roster is not good. Their roster is, in my opinion, phenomenal, except for receiver. Like, they've done exceptional drafting. People think they haven't because they haven't drafted a receiver, but the talent was not there. Probably should have traded up, but I think the Packers are trending upward. For the Bengals, there was a surprise Super Bowl run for the Bengals, and they're probably going to be back next season. They're in a much more competitive division this season, but they're improving the secondary. They improved the O-line this offseason. The Bengals are doing the right things there. 3, we have the Bucs. The GOAT's coming back, and the roster is definitely still there. So, the Bucs aren't going anywhere. I expect them to be in the Super Bowl next February, and Tom's last season, more than likely. 2, we got the Rams. The defending Super Bowl champs are just somehow getting better. Signed Allen Robinson and Bobby Wagner. Draft wasn't much due to their trading, but they didn't need a draft this season. And at number 1, we got the Buffalo Bills. They're the most complete team in the NFL. And then they go out and sign Von Miller. Makes them the best team in the NFL right now, in my opinion. The Bills will be very good next season. Those are my power rankings, so hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next video.